Hi, I'm Dianemarie Collins, and we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm here with Phil Vassar, and we're going to talk a little bit about truth, lies, and Alzheimer's, its secret faces, and we've learned that every family has been touched by Alzheimer's. And Phil, would you mind sharing a little bit of your story?
You know, it's funny because, as I have delved into this stuff for the last 5 years since my mom was diagnosed, I found so many others. My friends are, it's not just, their parents or their grandparents or their uncles or what. I mean, it's amazing how prevalent this disease is, and I don't know why. It's like it just seems like to me in the last 10 or 20 years I've just heard more about it. Maybe it's just because that's where I am in my life, but
well, and
it's pretty crazy.
In the book, you've added a chapter because COVID had an effect on your family and your mom's Alzheimer's, and that's it's just kind of all touching.
Well, I think for us, for my family, my two sisters and I, and my mother, we've always been close. And my mother was in Virginia. I live in Nashville. My one sister lives in Virginia, and my other sister lives in Nashville in Florida. So for us, it was, it was my mom was isolated. She was alone, and it's just everybody was scared to be. My mom is not scared of anything.
No, she's fabulous.
Yeah, she is
happy
fabulous,
spirit.
and she is happy, and she's a beautiful, beautiful human being. I mean, you can't not love her, and but she is but she's not afraid, and she's not gonna, when everybody was like, "Don't be around your grandparents" or this or that, she was like, She's like, "That's not happening. I'm going to be around my family. I'd rather be dead than not be with my." I mean, which makes total sense. So I never could ever figure that out. I mean, I know, folks need to be careful about things, and especially around elderly folks, because it seems like to me that's about 90% of the population that perished during this whole deal. It seems like I don't know what the exact numbers are, but I know they're very, very high. And I'm sure a couple of healthy people were thrown in the middle of that, but it's just from what I know and from one of the people that did not make it, they were not healthy, and most of them were older. So I understand how and why people were very hesitant to be around their family or grandparents or parents or whatever it may be. But my mom was having none of that. So for me, it was bring her from Virginia to my house back in Nashville, where
home.
Yeah, here. Yeah, because she's been coming to Nashville forever. And I think it was just a lonely existence being there all the time by herself, and not all the time, but it's just all of her grandkids are here. I'm
That
here.
is so important.
So for her, if she's like, I want to be around my grandkids, there's all 5 of them are in Nashville, and so she's been busy, and I think she needs to be busy. I think you need to be social, and it kind of keeps you sharp. I think that we know that being around other people, it helps.
So let's talk about your story in the book.
Well, I think it basically is a pretty brief synopsis of what happened. What we decided to do, bringing Mom from Virginia to Nashville and moving her in with us, and I think the book's really informative. I think you guys have done a great job. I love this. I love being a part of it. I appreciate you guys letting me do that and telling my mom's story and our story. It's a special thing. It's a special time, and I wouldn't trade this time for anything. I know my mom is, it's dimming. I can see it all going down right, before my eyes. But I think I wouldn't trade her being here with us for anything.
It's one of the things that the author Lisa Skinner and Doug Collins both say, is that it's like losing your family 2 times, because you lose them while they're here and then you lose them when they finally pass. So.
Well, yeah, it's definitely that. I see it, and it's not like I'm just holding on to her as long as we can.
You're doing a good job. Thank you, Phil.
Thank you, ma'am.